If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Melodie Miller, the Director of Resources for Women in Sylacauga, joins us this morning. Melodie, good morning.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us today. And tell us a little bit about yourself and Resources for Women.
Well, I have been a volunteer at Resources for Women for about 7 years, and then the director's position came open. And so I was ready to take that on. And so I did that. Resources for Women is a pregnancy care center. We're a pro-life ministry. And we help women who are dealing with the issue of unplanned pregnancies. So we have all kinds of free things that we do, starting with free pregnancy tests, ultrasounds. We do prenatal and parenting classes. We have all kinds of items for the mothers that they can purchase with baby books they earn by coming to class. So it's just a really good program. We also have counseling for post-abortion and post-miscarriage and infant loss is something that we've added at the center.
Talk about a little bit why you got started in this ministry.
Actually, I was a lady at my church, Shirley Epperson, was a volunteer at the center, and she started telling me about it. And I had had a couple of miscarriages in the past, and it just sort of sparked my interest. And so I got started as a volunteer, and I loved it. I just went every Wednesday. I was the Wednesday volunteer. And so, and then when Mrs. Pittman finally retired after her years of service, I took the position. Not right away. I sort of thought
February
maybe...
of 18, right?
Yes.
February 18? Okay.
Yes.
Now, got a big fundraiser coming up in just a few days. Talk about that.
Going to have a lot of fun. It's our second annual Born to Ride fundraiser. It's a motorcycle ride that we did last year, and everybody just loved it, everybody who came. So we're going to do it again, only this year we're going to start from First Baptist Church in Sylacauga. And we're going to be escorted out of town by Sylacauga Police, and then the Talladega County Sheriff's Office is going to take us from there. So it'll be fully escorted ride.
Where's the route go to?
We're going to be going over toward the racetrack. There'll be a stop over there toward I-20. So it's about 40 miles to there and 40 miles, but about an 80 to 85 mile ride total. Anybody who has a motorcycle can ride. The cost of it is $35 for the rider, and then $25 for passenger. But that includes a shirt and also your lunch. And we're going to have door prize drawings. So we have a lot of neat door prizes we'll be giving away. So it supports a really good cause.
Yeah, I was about to ask, where does the monies go? Is there a specific need, or is it just overall ministry needs?
Well, there's, overall, really. Right now we have a couple of computer needs, updates that we need to do. We always are trying to update our curriculum for our prenatal and parenting classes. So that's something that we always use. And just in our baby boutique for the moms, we always need car seats and clothing and baby beds and things like that. So a lot of things are donated, but sometimes, like car seats, for instance, those have become something that we cannot give in a used form. So we have to give new. So those are always something that we're looking for.
How's COVID-19 affected Resources for Women here in Sylacauga?
Well, we actually stayed open to fulfill the needs of our clients. They were going to need things, and they did. I actually asked my volunteers to stay home, and I went in and we took care of needs. People would need diapers and things like that, so we just put those out for them, and they could come and pick them up, and that seemed to work very well during that time for about 8 weeks. And now we're back. We're doing social distancing and wearing masks if they feel more comfortable with that. But we're getting back. We're having classes now again, and so we're starting to roll back in action.
One question that's always asked of me, and even when Ms. Pittman was the director, Resources for Women, where is this located? I've seen it somewhere.
We're on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, going out toward Talladega, across the street, across the highway from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
In the shopping center.
In the shopping, it's Marble City Plaza is the shopping center. So we're right on the end of that little shopping center there.
How many young ladies and even adult ladies that you're serving today?
Yearly, somewhere between 75 and 100, I guess.
Many needs.
And we do things besides, a lot of times girls come in, they're not pregnant. So we also teach abstinence and sex education. And that's really on my heart too, because I like, it would be good for people to make a decision before we have to think about abortion and
in
things
today's
like that.
society, abstinence is a challenge for sure.
It is. But it's something you can still think about. So we do have a program. So.
We're talking with Melodie Miller, who's the director of Sylacauga Resources for Women, and their second annual Born to Ride event is coming up June 27th. What, registration about 8:30 or so?
8:30, we'll start registering. There'll be kickstands up at 10, and everybody should be back about 12:30 to 1, and we'll have some lunch. And
are you a motorcycle person?
My husband and I do ride. We have a trike, and we enjoy riding, yes.
A good news story from, without naming names, of course, of maybe a young lady or two that you've been able to be successful in helping in life.
Oh, wow. We've had a couple of girls in this past year who have, because of our ultrasound machine, decided to keep their pregnancy instead of aborting, which is very big to us. Of course, we believe in the sanctity of life. So, and also we've been partnering with Lifeline Children's Services, adoption. So, and we had a wonderful adoption happen this past year, where adoption is so open today, and this girl has adopted her baby to a wonderful couple in California, and I understand that she is FaceTiming with the baby, and they're just having a great time and keeping that relationship open. Such a wonderful story to have all those parents and grandparents involved.
And you speak of grandparents. Grandparents are very involved in this.
Yes, they are. In fact, some of them come to our prenatal and parenting classes, with our clients.
You have more grandparents that have adopted children and are raising children themselves.
That does happen, yes.
This ride event this weekend, are there other fundraisers you have during the year? Is this your primary fundraiser?
It's not our primary. In the fall, we'll be having our annual donor dinner. And then normally we would have our baby bottle boomerang. I think most people are familiar with that. It comes to your church and you fill baby bottles from Mother's Day to Father's Day. But we could not do that this year due to the COVID-19. So we may be doing that at a different time this year, later on, when we feel like it's a little bit safer.
You mentioned churches. Churches can play an integral part of the success here. They
do. They absolutely do. All of our local churches, and because we are a Christian ministry, local donors, we would not exist without them. So we just really lean on them to help us, and their prayers.
Yeah. Abortion is so widely accepted today. And when I see, I have a 3-year-old grandson, and I can't imagine something like that, but it happens millions of times a year.
Yes, it does. And it is so widely accepted that I'm afraid what I'm seeing is that a girl really doesn't worry about getting pregnant. The abortion's there, the abortion pill's there if that happens. And that, it's a disturbing trend. Using abortion as birth control was not the plan, I don't think. So we try to change their minds about that.
Who does Resources for Women serve? What?
Oh my goodness, Coosa County, Sylacauga, Talladega County, we've had Shelby County clients, so just anybody. We're open to anybody who would like to come. When the movie Unplanned came out, we had a call from an organization who wanted to place our name at the end of the movie for anyone locally who might need help after watching that movie. So we're just open to anyone who needs help.
Yeah. What drives you to continue as director of Resources for Women?
You know, I have asked myself that question. I know. I just think it's a calling. It's just something that God has called me to do for a certain time, and I'm going to do the best I can do at it while I'm here. And this is so much fun. This ride that we do is really our most fun fundraiser that we do. So,
is there? You have a Facebook page, or
we do have a Facebook page. In fact, for this ride we do, it's called Born to Ride 2020. You can get there and get all the information you need about the ride, or it'll give you a phone number to call if you need more information, and or you can call us at 256-208-8888, and we'll be glad to give you any information you need.
Are you open every day, or
we actually are not open every day right now because we're short on volunteers. So we're actually open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 to 4.
Okay. If someone watching this morning kind of piqued their interest about volunteerism, what do they need to do?
They just need to call us or email me at resourcesforwomen@gmail.com, and I would be glad to talk with them. As I said, it's good to have a heart for the ministry, but anyone who wants to volunteer, we have lots of areas that we could use help in. We actually need another ultrasound technician. We could use one more. So that would be nice.
And all of this, if not all of it, most of it is volunteer.
Yes. Almost all of it. I'm really the only, the director is the only paid person there. So.
We're talking with Melodie Miller, who's the director of Resources for Women in Sylacauga, and their second annual Born to Ride event is coming up this Saturday, and registration is at 8:30 at First Baptist Church in Sylacauga, just down the road a couple of blocks. And if you would kind of recap what we're going to be doing, and we'll leave it at that, okay?
Okay, yeah. Just ride your bike up there. We're going to start registering at 8:30, and kickstand's up at 10. You'll be going on the ride. It's fully escorted, and when you get back, we'll be eating some burgers and hot dogs and doing some door prize drawings and just having a great time together. It'll be a great outing that day.
All right. That telephone number again to contact you guys?
256-208-8888.
And the Facebook page?
And Facebook is Born to Ride 2020.
All right. Melodie, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
I've
Continued
enjoyed it
success. Resources for Women, Melodie Miller with us this morning on Daybreak Live. We'll be back with more after this.